If you're about to start or thinking to start a paid community, or you have already one, it's non-negotiable to watch this video. You're gonna understand that in a second. You never know which video is going to be that breakthrough for you to build enormous size of a business, in this case, a paid community. So watch until the end. In this video, I'm going to cover the 5 essential things to know before launching a paid community. And you may wonder why you should listen to me. Number 1, we have built 35 communities in 2024 alone. Myself, I have 6 years of experience in the online business space. Third, taken 2 businesses of mine to close 6-figure months, and we have built our own community to 25 members at $999 a month. So these 5 things, or the essentials, are so important to know simply because it really separates the best from the rest, or the version 1, people who start off, they put the work in, they do everything. They're kind of like throwing spaghettis at the wall and trying to see what sticks on the wall. I assume you have been there before also with your previous businesses. So in this video, I'm going to avoid you to being this person right here with the paid communities, because paid communities is literally the best business model out there. And to prove you how committed I am and how serious I am about the statement I just made, that the paid communities is the best, I literally closed the business that I was running for 4 years to just go all in on this business model. So the second version, which is I want you to be the Terminator. I want you to have a successful paid community in 2025 or whatever year you're watching this. And these 5 essential things that I'm gonna share with you gonna enable you to be the version 2, to be the top 1%, and to avoid all of the mistakes majority of the communities make. So after three months after watching this video, you are not the version 1 who just started, got drained, didn't succeed. Instead, be the version that started off in the right way, follow the proven blueprint, and actually build a successful business. So after launching 35 paid communities in 2024, I have analyzed the back end of what truly separates the best from the rest. If you're thinking about launching a paid community or you have one already, again, it's non-negotiable to watch this video until the end. It can save you literally hundreds of hours or even your business at the end of the day. Because if you're going to start in the wrong way, you're going to get demotivated because you're going to not see results and you're going to quit. Instead, we want to, again, be the version 2. So the 5 things, or the 5 laws, let's even make this bigger. So number 1 is the value is in the experience, not in the content. Let me give you an example of restaurants. So what is the difference between good versus great restaurants? Good restaurants, they think they're in the business of food, while great restaurants, they know they're in the business of experience. From the way how they are greeted, how they are greeting the clients to the restaurant, to the way how they are seated, to the way how the food is presented, and things like that. And the second thing, not just the experience, there is some kind of certain level of identity in every great Michelin star restaurant. For example, Asian style cuisines or restaurants, they may have some kind of Asian Japanese vibes, kamakui, I don't know even what are the Japanese names that we're using in this world. But anyways, you understood the idea. Instead of just throwing a lot of content inside the community, you want to keep only the essentials. For example, in the community, you're going to have some kind of masterclass. You want to just have a masterclass that fundamentally solves the biggest problem of your target audience and not many more problems. If you want to have more masterclasses, you can give them once they have finished the first masterclass and actually integrate it. In a community also, whenever the member joins, you want to have kind of like clear path of roadmap, exactly what they have to do. So first off, you have to watch a welcome video to get in the mindset of the identity of this community. Then the next step is going to be this. Then the next step is going to be this. You want to guide them through the journey itself. Because if you're going to do what 99% of the communities do, which is just throwing a lot of content in and thinking that in that way you're going to increase the perceived value is bullshit. Like, we have tried that many times over. What happens if you do that is you overwhelm the member. And the number one reason why people leave communities is because of overwhelm. So you want to keep things simple. Focus on building the experience and a specific level of identity, because that's gonna make the member actually not just sign up because there is some kind of masterclass, but actually make the members stay because there is a certain level of new identity, a better identity that they have built, and that kind of is really sticky in the community. They must stay there simply because otherwise, if they're gonna leave, they're gonna lose part of their identity. So second law, let's uncover it. So expectations, and this is so important. It also was for my community, or when we started building the first communities, we thought, all right, we're gonna get 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 in sales right now, and that's gonna equal the same 5,000 next month that we're gonna get, because it's a subscription product, it's monthly recurring revenue. But the churn rate, or basically the ratio between members that are inside the community versus the members who leave, is massive, especially for the first 3 months, because fundamentally at the beginning you don't know what you're doing. That's the bottom line. But the mistake that majority of the communities do, or community owners, is that they don't actually improve their experience, their community product, based on the feedback. But the number one thing I want you to have as an expectation, as a healthy expectation, is that the churn rate is going to be massive, and that you get 1 month of 5,000 in revenue, thinking that next month you're also going to get that same 5,000, is not true. You're going to get probably 30 to 50% churn rate, just to have clear expectations. So your job as a community owner at the very beginning is really to look at the data, where and why people stop being active in a community. Actually ask those questions. Whenever a member leaves the community, ask, hey, can I have a short 10, 15 minute call with you? Because I truly want to improve this community. This is my mission. And then jump on the call, ask questions. What was the reason you joined the community? And what happened? When was that moment when you stopped being active? Why it happened, in your opinion? And then based on that feedback, actually fix your community's experience and the product overall itself. Number 3, ladies and gents, it's not how hard you row, but in which boat you are in. And this is, you just have to really listen to this. I have been in the online space for 6 years, and I have made this mistake so many times. And I have worked with more than 200 online businesses. And we kind of know this, but we just don't want to internalize that. But hear me out. This is literally so life-changing, because let's say you're a fitness coach, but at the same moment you call yourself an entrepreneur. So are you the fitness coach or are you the entrepreneur? Like, actually make a decision, because one of these two gonna make more money than this person. And this person maybe may have bigger impact, but not really, because the person who makes more money has more impact by definition, because he or she is serving more clients. So in your case, understand, are you the coach, are you the expert, or are you the entrepreneur? Because if you're the entrepreneur, even though that your skill set is in the fitness, doesn't necessarily mean, if you want to build a paid community, that it needs to be in the fitness. Because let's be real, fitness industry is saturated. There is so much competition. So for every unit of time that you're going to put in, you're going to not get much output out. So instead of that, if you are the entrepreneur, if you truly want to make money, you want to look at untapped niches. And I'm going to give you some crazy examples of untapped niches where the demand is high, but the supply is low, or the quality of the product is really bad. For example, autism community. For example, alcoholic community, aviation community, things like that, like completely crazy communities. That's where you're going to make actually the real money. So you have to understand, are you the expert or are you the entrepreneur? Even though if you are the entrepreneur and you go into, you find that untapped industry, which is totally absorbed and you don't know anything about it, this is what you can do. You can build a community still there, then you can validate the message in a free way, like reaching out to free Facebook groups, asking for feedback if people actually would join. And once you validate that message, you can just find an expert whom you can pay 15-20% revenue share, and you're gonna have you even gonna not need to fulfill basically the product side. You're gonna have an expert who's gonna do that for you. But the outcome is that, or the effect is that, you're gonna have so much better niche that you are in. Meaning that if you're just in the fitness, you're gonna get, for every 1 unit of time you put in, maybe 3-5 units out. While if you're gonna be in untapped niche where there is nobody, no competition, blue ocean, for every 1 unit of time, you're gonna get out 10, 20, maybe 50 outputs of units. Massive difference. You either can make 5,000 or you can make 50,000 in monthly recurring revenue. That's your choice. Internalize this. Actually think about it. Be open-minded. Be curious, not genius. It's really important. Number 4, frontline versus internal sales. Get this right and you will win forever with paid communities. This is really controversial kind of. Everyone is focusing on paid ads, on acquiring members, on content, on outbound or cold outreach and things like that, getting the members in. And they think that's the only way to actually grow the community. No. Yes, you still need a frontline, one acquisition channel that you're just obsessed and going all in. But if you want to win forever and make the community grow on its own, you have to get one thing right, which is internal sales. What do I mean by that? This simple hack or strategy can 2x or 3x your community's growth internally, and it's gonna grow forever. It's called a referral program. Wow, you have heard probably about it. But this is the thinking framework, how you build actually a referral program that's so good that people actually get your referrals. You answer this simple question, and it's not easy question to answer. You have to really think about it and test it. What is the gift or what is the incentive that is so great that's gonna make the members inside do whatever it takes to refer at least 2 members? If you answer that single question, your community always gonna grow, and you even gonna not need the frontline sales channel to actually work. You're gonna not need paid ads and things like that. So this is so important. And lastly, culture. You're the captain, and the members are your crew. Lead by example. This is so important. You are the one who sets the standards, starting from the onboarding experience, going with every appearance you make, either on masterclasses or weekly Q&A calls. You are the person responsible on what the culture, the community are going to punish, reward, and tolerate. You are the one who is responsible how active the member is going to be. And you have to set the high standard from the very beginning, what you're going to punish, what you're going to reward, what you're going to tolerate. You're the captain, nobody else. You have the power to really influence the whole culture. And if the culture is built in the right way, they're going to be active. They're going to actually give you referrals. Actually, because you provide a lot of or high standards, simply because they're going to be active and they're going to have high engagement, that means the perceived value internally of the community goes up by 10x, if not even more, because people love to be inside there. People love the culture there. People love the identity. They can get a lot of out from there. It becomes their second home. That's the mindset you want to have. Anyways, thanks for watching. Give a subscribe and check out other videos. They are quite powerful.